Once upon a time, in the town of Nkalen, there lived a woman so beautiful that even the morning sun paused to look at her. Her name was Sefina. No one knew where she came from. No family. No friends. No past. She simply appeared one morning, walking barefoot through the market square, her presence as soft and mysterious as the wind. Her skin glowed like golden honey under the sun, and her long curls danced in the breeze. But it was not her beauty that made people stare, it was the anklet around her left foot. A small, silver chain that shimmered with strange light, and with every step she took, it sang a sweet, gentle chime. Ching, ching, ching. The sound was soft but enchanting, a rhythm that stirred something deep in every man who heard it. Soon, the town could talk of nothing else. Who was she? Where did she come from? Why did her anklet glow that way? But the moment a man looked into Sefina's eyes, he forgot to ask. They followed her through the marketplace, offering gifts, smiles, promises. And Sefina? She only smiled back. She accepted their words, their flattery, even their generosity, but she had one rule. Whenever a man came close, she whispered, "Do not touch my anklet. It makes me sweeter." The men never questioned her. Why would they? Her voice was silk, her smile like honey, and her scent lingered long after she passed. But little did they know that anklet was no ordinary jewel. It was ancient, cursed, and hungry. By the time the people of Nkalen realized it, it was already too late. Because the first man had already fallen. Obolo was a man of the soil, strong, humble, and blessed with land that stretched beyond the river's bend. His barns were full, his children healthy, and his wife proud. Until the day he heard the chime. Sefina walked past his stall, her anklet singing softly. Ching, ching, ching. Obolo looked up, and in that instant, everything he knew faded. He forgot his fields, his wife, his purpose. All he could think about was That evening, he found her by the riverside. She sat on a rock, her feet in the water, her anklet glowing faintly in the dusk. Obolo bowed before her, his heart pounding. "Sefina," he whispered, "let me serve you." She smiled, brushing her hair aside. "You may serve," she said softly, "but never touch my anklet." And Obolo agreed. That night, they lay together. The moonlight kissed her skin, and the anklet shimmered brighter with every heartbeat. When Obolo awoke the next morning, he felt strong, renewed, but something inside him had changed. By noon, the sky turned dark. By dusk, his crops had withered. By dawn, his cattle were dead. And within one moon, Obolo, once the richest farmer in Kalen, became a beggar. The villagers pitied him, but he could not explain what had happened. He only remembered her laughter, her anklet's charm, and the emptiness that followed. And through it all, Sefina still walked the market, smiling, radiant, untouched. Then came Chief Amadou, ruler of Nkalen. A man of wisdom, power, and pride. He had wives, lands, and servants, everything a man could want. But power breeds hunger. One festival evening, as the drums thundered and dancers filled the courtyard, Sefina entered the palace. Her anklet sang beneath the rhythm of the drums, and Amadou froze on his throne. "Who is she?" he asked. "No one knows, my chief," replied his guards. "Then I will know her tonight." He summoned her. She came willingly. Her beauty made his heart stumble, her voice made his pride melt. When she smiled, the chief forgot his crown. That night, he reached for her ankle. She caught his hand. "Don't touch it," she whispered. "It makes me sweeter." And like all before him, he obeyed. By the next sunrise, his house was silent. His warriors had turned against him, his wives fled, and the people gathered outside his gates, shouting, "The gods have abandoned Oyo, our chief." Before nightfall, the once mighty Amadou fled into the forest, his throne in ashes. And through the smoke, Sefina walked away, her anklet still singing. Keto was a man of reason, rich, clever, and proud of his discipline. He had heard the stories of the Anklet woman and laughed. "Only fools are trapped by beauty," he said. "But pride blinds even the wise." One moonlit night, while closing his shop, he heard it ching, ching, ching. He looked up, and there she was. Barefoot. Smiling. The anklet glowing in the pale light. Sefina spoke softly. "You have much, Keto. Do you have peace?" He hesitated. "Perhaps, not enough." "Then come," she said, "and I will show you what peace feels like." He followed her. That night, his house was filled with laughter, and her anklet danced in the light. But by morning, everything had changed. His ships were lost to the river. His gold had vanished. And by sunset, his men whispered, "The merchant is cursed." He searched the market for Sefina, but she was gone, walking elsewhere, her anklet still gleaming, looking for the next man to fall. Dogo feared no man, no beast, no spirit. He hunted lions, wrestled crocodiles, and mocked the gods of magic. So when he heard the tales of Sefina, he laughed. "I will meet this woman," he said, "and prove she's nothing but flesh." He found her by the riverside, her feet in the water, the anklet glowing faintly. She smiled when she saw him. "You have heard of me?" she asked. "I have," Dogo replied, "and I am not Afra. ID." That night, Sefina lay beside him. The room glowed with candlelight, and her anklet shimmered like moonfire. When Dogo reached for it, she whispered, "Don't touch it. It makes me sweeter." But Dogo was no fool. He grabbed her ankle with one swift move and yanked the ankle free. A scream tore through the air, half woman, half spirit. Sefina's body convulsed, her glow dimmed, her eyes wild. She fled into the street, naked, screaming. And that was the night Nkalan saw her true face. The villagers gathered as Sefina collapsed on the dusty road, trembling, crying, her beauty fading before their eyes. "I was nothing," she wailed. a poor girl with no home. I begged my grandmother, a woman of spirits, to make me beautiful and powerful. Her voice cracked as she pointed to the broken anklet. She gave me this. For every man I lay with, I would take his blessings, his strength, his fortune. When I reached 21, I would be complete. Her voice fell to a whisper. But he broke it before the last one. Silence filled the night. The men she had ruined stood watching, Obolo the beggar, Amadu the fallen chief, Keto the ruined merchant. Anger rose like a storm. One woman picked up a stone. "You destroyed my husband," she cried. Another followed. "You cursed our town." Stone after stone flew. Sefina screamed, begged, wept, until the night went silent. The cursed woman was gone. They buried her outside the town walls, beside the river where it all began. But peace never returned. The men remained broken. The wealth never came back. And sometimes, when the moonlight touched the water, they swore they could still hear it. Ching! 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 The faint echo of an anklet. A reminder that in Harlem, not every beauty was a blessing. And not every gift came from God.